every day when popular programs are aired on radio, movie screens, and especially on your television, and particularly in the constant deluge of information, electronic media on your smartphone, etc. People are exposed to the risk of being programmed subliminally through the flashes of light, camera angles used, words uttered, musical accompaniment, and so on and so forth ad infinitum. To think, as the deep state, Illuminati, dark cabal, Anunnaki, remnants, the vulturites, reptilians want them to think. However, there is a small minority amongst the population in human bodies. They are known as star seeds. Those with alien ancestry, alien ties, who have stronger will than most to resist such programming, provided they do not give in to the ruling elite's threats, bribes, etc., etc., etc. The minds of people are currently being altered. The minority of the population on Earth who are resisting the controller are currently under surveillance. This minority group contains those who openly or quietly resist the so-called conventional and popular beliefs. They are not without the assistance of a force which is fighting the darkness of the controller. Soon this will become more than obvious. However, not everyone who is engaged in resisting the controller is of the light. Audible and inaudible sounds have also been released over the years to weaken human bodies and minds so as to control and poison their bodies, minds, and actions. These sounds are also used to regulate various aspects of individual and collective human bodies and societal functions. Ultimately, the aim of the ruling elite is to get rid of the majority of the human race before openly inhabiting and controlling the world that they now secretly control, and they have been doing so for a long time. Many have considered how vast the conspiracy for a one world order would have to be, and they have attempted to refute it by stating that certainly someone involved in such a massive project would have broken ranks and disclosed the conspiracy. This would be a valid argument, except only the highest echelon participants, only the highest vultures and reptiles know of the agenda. However, none of the upper echelon have the entire picture. It's all compartmentalized for operational security's sakes, to borrow a phrase from my military intelligence training days. They are only aware of fragments of the plan. The upper echelon cannot sort out the actual plan because it is built upon lies, within lies, within lies, plans within plans, within plans. Even the highest echelon on earth are not the ultimate conspirators. They are merely following orders from their controller, who is not in a physical body. The minions unknowingly follow the plan to its inevitable conclusion, because of programming and other factors. Further, those of a dark essence will naturally be inclined towards compliance with the Anunnaki remnant's agenda. The public has little or no knowledge of what is occurring. Notice I pronounce knowledge in its typical fashion, as opposed to knowledge, as the great Vasamazulu Baba Credo Mutwa pronounced it. Because when I pronounce knowledge as knowledge, I'm invoking the mystical knowledge of our star ancestry. Many of those who are resisting the one world order have discussed at length the physical occurrences on the planet that point to the conspiracy and the new world order. Some of those have even addressed spiritual aspects of the plan to decimate and enslave the human race. However, most of those people are coming from a perspective of conventional religious backgrounds. And as I have discussed repeatedly and pointed out and revealed, the Anunnaki, those Anunnaki reptilian vulturites, have set up and facilitated all popular religions on the planet, to include the majority of the New Age movement. It's true, but all is not love and light. All that shines is not necessarily gold, true spiritual gold, but rather something that a child is meant to be attracted to, and a child is meant to be entrained to drop all their defenses and embrace everything that comes their way. No, my dear esteemed viewer, there is responsibility, most notable and noble viewer. There is a responsibility incumbent upon us to maintain our sovereign integrity, to discern, to engage the spiritual gift of discernment, to retain the sacredness of your inner temple. And you should be on a posture of a warrior, of a war footing, of battle. You should have on all the full armor of the legions of Michael, the blue sword of truth, the shield of discernment. No. There's a danger in being too nice and accepting with everything that comes along your way. I learned that for many years. But when you operate from within your own God particle, your own source-connected truth conduit, you will get the information that you require to carry out the Creator's plan, the divine grid programmer's intention, because there is a plan, a divine plan that is being worked out on this third dimensional earth that will either, like I said, I just follow orders. I don't know, I'm not privy to everything, how the split's going to happen, the bifurcation. But for all practical intents and purposes, I think we can see the split in our world without having to see anything dramatic, like bubbles of dimensions coming apart. But we see the ones that are lined up, masked up, vaxxed up, all right in line to accept the artificial intelligence, God. And we see those who are closing ranks with the divine plan, with Source, with the Christed extraterrestrials, with the plan for the Golden Age timeline of the new Earth. So this planet can finally become a galactic entity within the Federation. So I do not seek to promote a message of negativity, certainly not hatred, But if you choose to interpret my passion for the truth, my self-autonomy, my commitment to the safety of my third dimensional vehicle by supporting the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America, as a law-abiding citizen, if you seek to erode, to seek to somehow take away my divine rights, then you are of the darkness, and you are part of the artificial intelligence, hive mind, negative earth, service to self, polarity, and you are in essence seeking to manifest the negative timeline of the artificial intelligence God. Doesn't get any clearer than that, folks. There are two paths in the forest that I came upon. There was the path to the right, the path to the left. I had a choice. I know which path I chose. Do you?
Namaste. Namaskaram.